So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have a top 100 Shenhe player on Akasha that is going to explain Shenhe, her niches, all of the different stuff in her kit, so that way hopefully I and you guys can understand Shenhe better. So, Akio, take it away, introduce yourself, and tell us about your top 100 Shenhe.
Hi, I'm Akio. I'm a top 100 Shenhe main, and I will explain you how Shenhe works. Well, pretty much Shenhe is a simple character. She is there to buff your cryo main DPS in the first place. But on the other side, you can also use her as a main DPS if you want to, but that is a way niche playstyle. Now, Seikes, as a typical player, would you say that Shenhe is still viable in the first place? When
I think that with...
when
Sorry, go ahead.
when Escoffier exists.
With Escoffier, with Skirk, I think absolutely she is.
Yeah, that is where many people think, oh, Escoffier power crept Shenhe and she's not as viable anymore and whatsoever. Yet the truth is that Escoffier is more like a shred buffer, like a shredder, and Shenhe is a raw buffing character and lies more on the focus of buffing your actual DPS than shredding the resistances of the enemy. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't like freely use Shenhe without any specific team. Her best team will be with Escoffier because they go hand in hand. For example, my go-to team will always be a freeze team because it is just the most superior team with Escoffier joining the roster. Yeah. Probably you will... Go ahead.
I was going to say, so I see right now on your stream, we got Skirk, Shenhe, Farina, and Escoffier.
Yes.
That is... Would Ayaka fill in for Skirk if you don't have Skirk?
For me personally, it wouldn't be Ayaka, it would be Risley.
Okay.
As a person that has every character, I try to use as many main DPSs as possible. I swap between Risley and Skirk more often than I do between Skirk and Ayaka because it is preference. You can use Ayaka, but Ayaka changes the whole rotation of your team.
Okay.
That is a big focus, obviously.
Okay.
The rotation, the normal rotation with Skirk obviously involves first off getting all the freeze like we know, so Skirk can get her stacks. Then Furina using her burst, Escoffier using her heal to activate the fanfare stacks, and then Shenhe with her skill and the burst to allow then Skirk either to burst, depending on if you did a tap or hold, or to do normal attacks. With Ayaka, it relies solely on skill and burst, and with Risley it relies only on normal attacks. That is the main difference in the rotations.
Okay. That makes sense. That
makes a lot of sense since Skirk is the only character that can basically do both efficiently.
So Shenhe 2, you build her attack, right?
You build her in... You have two options. One is balancing her ER with burst if you don't have Escoffier. That is obviously the better way, where you build 4-piece noblesse and full attack obviously, but with ER balancing, with a Favonius weapon. I personally have her in the pure attack because I have Escoffier on noblesse. That gives enough energy for all the other for all the other characters in the team, so I don't need her on noblesse and balancing the ER. Wait, let me actually pull the ER stat up here.
Okay, so you have 112 on it right now.
Now I've basically no ER on her, but I pure attack. Everything
That freaking
goes.
4,400 attack is crazy.
Yeah, that is. Oh, it also is like we will get one level 100 characters next patch, which allows me to have even higher base attack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or like higher attack in general. Yeah. Which is also a funny part, since her buff is based on her attack. Skirk, with her passive, which enhances the talent, went overboard with Shenhe. She buffs 102.7% of her attack instead of just 98, I believe. The normal one is.
So that's another reason why her and Skirk work together really well.
Her and Skirk go hand in hand together. That is, that's fundamental, basically. It is
interesting.
There is one thing though that is like kind of a drawback. Many of her constellations rely on her burst because they activate when you stand in her burst. So it makes a kind of circle impact. But with Escoffier, you kind of can ignore that at that point, because Escoffier on base already does what exactly her burst does. So
okay,
that is.
And you got what constellation on your
C6?
Shenhe?
I got her C6 R1, which kind of changes how often your stacks trigger, especially for normal attack DPS like Skirk or herself even. If you want to build her as a cryo main DPS, or Risley. That is kind of the trigger quota that doesn't get triggered when you do normal attacks for the buff. So
okay,
that is probably her best. That is her best con. Her second best should be C1, where you get another skill, so you can trigger both skill and burst buff. That is, yeah, given. Yeah.
What on the Akasha, on the leaderboard that you're top 100?
Yes.
Is that for the buffing or is that for main DPS? Or is there a separate board?
That is the simulated buff pure attack, meaning that there is one that would simulate the buff with ER balancing, the raw ER balance where you balance attack and ER, and everything with that, and 4-piece noblesse as well. So Soup, for example, she is in the raw attack, but in the noblesse category because she has 4-piece noblesse.
Okay. Yeah. I got you. Okay.
That is, yeah.
Okay. So let's show me how Shenhe works with your team, and then talk about your niches, or how her niches work.
Well, for that we revert to one of my old enemies.
Gonna go to Dorito. Go to the Dorito.
Everything dies too fast, you know.
Yeah, and this thing without Electro on the team, it'll live a little longer.
It will melt. It will melt.
It'll still melt it away.
It be said, my Furina is C2 and my Escoffier is C1. That changes a bit in the damage, especially cryo crit damage. Everybody except Skirk has their weapon though, so that is
okay. So with the two instances of the skill, you can proc it twice to make sure that it's up at the same time.
You can
the thing just disappeared still.
Yeah. It is quite a lot of damage you get with this team, especially with Skirk doing that much on her own.
Oh, you got mist on skirt. Was that mist on skirt?
Yes, it is Mist Splitter, Reforge.
Okay.
So you get another 12% elemental damage bonus, all elemental damage bonus. But yeah, that is like the basic rotation, just getting Furina up, getting Escoffier with the healing up, Shenhe, EQ, E-hold, and Skirk doing her burst. And that was not even a fully charged burst, it was just a one-time charge burst that allows you to burst.
Yeah,
So,
that's a ton of damage. That's
yeah.
crazy.
The highest damage I've ever done with this was 400k a tick.
Oh,
jeez.
That
Okay.
was against the
where do we come from?
chess boss.
And
I don't
where are we
remember
going?
the name exactly. The weekly boss, the chess weekly boss.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
That is, yeah.
So on Shenhe herself,
Yes.
if you don't have her signature weapon, what kind of thing would you suggest?
Favonius Lance.
Favonius
Lance
just to get the
is,
ER balance.
that is the ER balance weapon. There is no good attack weapon unless you played on two specific events. The first one being the one with the massive wind spear, where you can go for attack. The other one is the newer one with the Inazuma.
Yeah, that gives you attack.
I won't even try to pronounce it. It gives you attack in passive and energy. So this one is definitely good. It is, I think, a bit better than Favonius Land. So if you have this, obviously I don't have it leveled, but that
Yeah,
aside,
I think mine's like level 50 or 60, something like that.
yeah, that is a good option for Shenhe. Or even for Xiangling, I think it performs if you have it R5, it performs 1% better on Xiangling as well. So
interesting.
it is a
That's
very,
crazy.
very good event weapon that we
Yeah.
got here.
No, it's really, really good. And you're running two-piece attack, right?
Yes, I'm running two-piece attack, all attack, so you will never find that many rolls into attack or only focused into a attack substat.
Jeez, that's 25 and 23%. That's crazy on the feather and plume.
The thing,
and the plume and flower.
the feather is kind of sad. I have a 25% attack feather, but it's noblesse, so I can't use it.
Yeah, it's not on set.
Yeah. But at least Escoffier can use it, so it is not that wasted. Yeah. That is kind of it. I just like use attack. There's not much to say about Shenhe. Like, her normal playstyle is pretty straightforward. Just get the buff up and play. Where it gets like nicher in general is when you talk about damage Shenhe. And
do you have a build for damage Shenhe?
I have a build for damage Shenhe. Although it's not that great, like the team. Especially since Shongyun is like level 60 or so.
Oh yeah, I guess you have to get the cryo infusion.
Yes, you have to get cryo infusion. Let me actually just take this. I don't know what I did here. I was forced to play Plunge Shutao on stream.
Oh, that's fine. I gotta continue or keep farming the plunge set for Dehya because that's gonna be really good on plunge Dehya.
Damn.
Like I think with Dehya, I was hitting like 150k vapes on plunge, and that's with 4-piece VG, which does nothing for plunge Dehya, and an HP Sands, which does nothing to help with plunge. I've gotta really get a better set for plunge Dehya.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, like, you have 3 ways to build your DPS Shenhe. Normal attack, burst nuke, or skill nuke, however you want to call that, and plunge. That is where she shines in those 3. Normal attack obviously will have the least amount of damage, but he will have the most consistent damage. So that will be probably the most I go to that because I can actually use it. And the other ones, if you have the team for it, then go ahead, try it. Just have to find the pieces real quick because I don't really often use it.
At least you have them saved though at the ready.
Is that a cry bonus? Yeah, that's the cry bonus one.
You know,
Skirt.
there's not much that I wouldn't do right now for a geo goblet. That was good.
Oh yeah, onset Geo Goblet. I would
I just
definitely.
wanted a geo goblet. I don't even have an offset one.
Oh, then you feel me. Well, I had the same problem, but with say it real quick with EM Goblet. I farmed for 4 weeks for Mizuki.
Or a VG one?
No, for VV, not VG.
VV. Yeah, sorry. I think I've got one single one that goes in between my Kazuha and my Sucrose.
That should be right. That's roughly right.
And you're still
Oh,
gonna
wait.
run Calamity Queller, or are you gonna run a different?
I'm gonna run a different weapon for normal attack. It's a bit easier. There he is. Found it, finally. Yeah. Weapon-wise, I'm not gonna use Calamity Queller, even though it would technically work. Staff of Homa, just another 66% crit rate. It's easy to use. Yeah, stat stick. Yeah, rotation is like any other freeze team. It varies though if you want to do other things. So you can do freeze, you can do melt too, especially with Mawika.
Reporting for battle.
Which is kind of funny because Mawika will be a sub DPS that just uses Cinder City instead of actually like the other Obsidian Codex.
You swap her. So she's running like a support set, like
She
you're doing
runs
Cinder City.
She runs Cinder City, 4-piece Cinder City instead of Obsidian Codex for the melt kind of team. Now let's see how Dorito is actually doing, because
See how Dorita's gonna handle this one.
yeah, I haven't tested it on him. I haven't
Can't
tested
believe
it.
your nephew was dead.
Yeah,
revive the nephew.
I don't remember when. Oh yeah, that was a fun part. Like he died when I was trying to fight the cryo boss, like the weekly, just with 4 stars.
Swift and merciful.
I can tell you there's one character on my team that remains dead, but I refuse to revive.
Unleash my will embodied.
89k there.
Ah, come on, Jonghyun.
Forth my blade.
Yeah,
His skill ran out.
yeah, skin kind of ran out there.
That's still crazy though. So do
yeah,
you need constellations on Shenhe to run her like this, or could you run this normally?
You could run this normally, just keep in mind with C6 it will not deplete. The stacks will not deplete because that is C6. So it will be most efficient at C6, the normal attack one. For anything from C0 to C5, I would highly recommend rather going to a skill focused damage, like a nuke build where you use your skill, your high skill like multiplicator that is rather high, the damage 400%, to trigger vaporize or no, sorry, melts, reverse melts.
Yeah.
That is kind of the ideal to go through.
Is there anything weird in her kit? Like, you know, Xiangling's Burst has no ICD, Beto's Jump Around Lightning has no ICD. Is there anything weird in her kit like that, or is she built?
She's straightforward. I think the only thing to remember is that she's not like Bennett, where it doesn't only count base attack, but
It counts all
attack.
of the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
and
that's a
that
good point.
every stack counts separately. So every attack stack that you get to Icy Quills counts separately.
That's
for
right,
each
because I asked
character.
you about that whenever
Yeah.
I made my video. Was like if you have one icy quill on one enemy, if this person attacks, does it take it away? Does it count? But you said it counts it all individually per
Yeah,
character.
each icicle stack or all 7 stacks are for all
Mine be
characters
purged,
independently.
world be saved.
Yeah, that is probably the weirdest part about her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So like Malwika wouldn't steal a stack from Farina or
No,
Changyun or Shenhe
no,
herself, and this she
she
has
wouldn't.
each person has their own 7.
Each person has their
Dang,
own
that's
style.
kind of crazy though. That's a lot.
That's she's really really good buffer. That's why I also like Shenhe, and that's why mostly that's why I don't see her getting power crept anytime soon, unless like there is a Shenhe 2.0 that does exactly what Shenhe does, but with 800 times the stats.
Right. Yeah, yeah, something
That
else where it's
is,
where Escoffier's kit is fundamentally different enough that it's not going to power
yeah.
creep her.
No, it's another addition. That's what I call cryo adds stuff. It doesn't take away.
It's kind of like I think one of the new Nodcry characters that's coming out isn't going to replace or power creep Nilu. She's actually going to work with Nilu in specific teams. I think to buff the Bountiful Core Bloom even higher, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
And I think that I've seen a lot of people talk about is Nilu going to get power crept by this new person, but I think it buffs it in conjunction.
Oh, you're talking about Lauma, the
Yeah.
Dendro. I was like
Yeah, yeah.
a Hydro character.
No, yeah, it's a Dendro character that's buffing Bloom in a different way.
Lunar Bloom. It's Lunar
Yeah.
Bloom. I think that would be the next big upgrade if there is a Lunar Freeze or Lunar Melt or so.
Well,
But
I'm wondering if there will be.
I don't know. We will see
know.
that. We will see that. At least from what I've seen, I don't think there's any cryo character coming out in Nokrai.
Is Columbina not cryo?
No, she's Hydro. She has
That's
Hydro
crazy.
droplets on her feet.
Oh,
But
I
we
haven't
don't
looked
know
at
if
her
she's
feet, sorry.
playable anyway. It's the only thing where I have to say that's the first time Genshin actively puts feet in the trailer of Columbina on the preview to show that she has Hydro heals, like Hydro droplet heals. That is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is.
The only thing that I've seen on that is some cosplayers were like, "How the hell am I supposed to cosplay this now?"
Yeah, that is.
And now they're having to use like clear resins to make the heals and stuff, which is funny.
Yeah, that is cool though. But I don't think that the only one that I could think could be Cryo due to like design wise is Sandrone. But from the trailer, from the preview, it looks more like she could be Geo rather than Cryo, which both would be fine in general. So
I don't know. I feel like Escoffier and Sitlolly both buff freeze enough that I don't think it's gonna get another buff.
that is true.
I think that's gonna sit there for a little bit because
Well-
Escoffier gave it a great buff and Sitlolly buffs it too.
Sitlali, although buffing, she works terribly in freeze, in my opinion.
Really?
The thing is,
I've only done a
Escoffier has a
meme.
higher. Escoffier has on her own has a higher freeze procs than Sitlali.
Yeah.
It is nice that she buffs hydro damage, but in freeze you need cryo damage, not hydro damage. You just want the hydro to have the enemy be affected.
That's true.
So yeah, she's more like a melt support rather than freeze.
Yeah.
You can use
The
her,
only-
but
The only time I've ever ran her in her freeze was to piss Danny off with Mulan. With the Mulan freeze team. That's the only time I've ever actually done it.
World be saved.
And that was funny.
Yeah. Like the weirdest team I could think of you doing, or like in general somebody doing, is a plunge team with a different element. I think my speciality is Pyro Plunge Shenhe.
Pyro Plunge Shenhe?
Yeah, Pyro Plunge Shenhe, where I hit almost 2 millions.
Was that with C6 Benny?
Yeah,
for Pyro?
C6 Benny, Sitlali, and Xianyon.
That's so funny.
That is,
I guess what do you do on that? Do you do Crimson? on Shenhe for that?
2-piece Crimson, 2-piece Elemental Mastery.
My pole arm doesn't
Okay.
distinguish
That
friend
is
from foe.
with a Pyro
And there's
Goblet
clearly a
and
limit to the red rope's power.
some crit
That's
stats.
why I
But
loathe
it's
crowded
That's
areas.
crazy.
it is fun. It is fun. But it's hard to pull off, so I don't recommend. If you want to do
Yeah,
plunge,
yeah.
if you want to do plunge stuff, go ahead, feel free. I'm just telling you now, it takes a lot to do constant damage. As a person that C6 both Shenhe and Xianyun, it takes a lot. It takes a lot.
Yep. I kind of see now that kind of makes me want to try like Dehya, Sitlali, Shinyun, and Benny, because that's the whole point of that team. But I've been using Farina in it, so it kind of makes me want to try.
So you would have Dehya, sorry for the Dehya, I know that she's a disgrace to you. Dehya, Sitlali.
It's okay. She's not a top 100. She's not even a top 1%.
She's top 3% as far as I remember.
Yeah, I think mine's top 3. My I'll hate them's top is like top 0.64% or something like that.
Dang.
Well,
Will you be able to level 100 you Dehya though?
On Dehya? I mean, I'll level 100 her. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know what that is.
There's a new item coming, right, where you can level 100 it, but you can only get it if you have a C7 or C9 character.
Oh no, I will only have that for D-Luke then.
Like
unfortunately,
C9 5-star character. Sorry, C9 5-star. It has to be a 5-star.
Yeah, I would only be able to do that on D-Luke.
Oh,
unfortunately,
it's not like if you have C9 D-Luke, you can use it on Dehya.
Oh, okay. I think I've got C7 D-Luke. I don't know if I've got C9.
You have to have C9 because from level 90 onto 95 it takes 1, and from 95 to 100 it takes 2. So you need 3 of the things, and you get 1 per constellation over C6.
Dang.
Where's... I'm blind?
What if I haven't given him his constellations? Does it still count?
Yeah, that counts. Like it.
Okay,
it
good.
Also
good.
works back. Like if you from now on get like C9 D-Luke, but like you already have C7 or so, you get the ones that from C7, and then you will get the other ones. Like fundamentally, this will work really easy. I mean,
because normally I use Farina instead of Sitlali, but I do kind of want to try that with Sitlali now.
You can do that real quick. Like obviously your damage will be way higher than mine, but like shouldn't change the fact. Do you use VG on her, or do you want?
That's the thing is that I've got VG on D, and VG does nothing for plunge damage.
So
it's all skill and burst damage. So I would swap it out to something else. I mean, I've got Crimson. I've got a set of. I don't have a set of this. I keep running this, and I'm getting nothing on this set.
We can try it with the plunge set real quick, and then we see how much the difference is to my crappy VV. Because yeah, VV isn't treating me great at all. When did I get a crit rate one of those? What? I guess I have to use this one.
And then it doesn't matter if I keep her weapon on Dehya. The lack of HP from getting a shield or the drop in HP from getting a shield doesn't matter. Because plunge damage doesn't scale off for HP.
It's still a nice weapon to have though, especially if you're having crit problems. Do I not have an EM
Oh yeah,
sense?
I mean freaking Beacon of the Reed Sea is one of the best claymores in the game, which is the craziest thing.
Oh Jesus, I might be cooked here. Do I have no 4-piece of this? Wait. Long Nights Oath. I should have one though. Sands, that is attack sands though.
That's what I mean on plunge if you have enough EM and substats.
Can check if we have enough. Oh no, hell no.
47. 47.
That is not the case.
That's one of the reasons why I run Farina is because I'll put Key on her and I'll just get all my EM from Key on Farina, and that just helps a ton.
We can like we can do it like this for the plunge. Where's the sands? That's the sands. Can do it like this for the plunge because you get the plunge damage bonus still, and you can't trigger the other part anyway. So like with the normal attacks and then plunge. That will be harder to trigger on a not plunge character like Dehya anyway, constantly, like in succession. I don't know if maybe we could even go with Melee Flower instead of a crit one. Nah, we stay with Beacon.
Beacon's still just so good.
Yeah, because even though we get more elemental mastery, crit rate suffers a bit too much for my liking.
I mean, 313 still fine.
Yeah.
You
Oh
and
yeah, I
your
forgot
C6
about Citlali's
Shenhe too.
weapon. She gains the elemental mastery, so that should all work out.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Stay close.
Turn from Shenhe tutorial
To a random
Dehya
Dehya plunge thing. this is how these are gonna go.
Yeah, that will.
We start
happen.
with Shenhe, we're gonna end with Dehya.
It's like that. That's just how it is. Oh, Bennett doesn't have burst.
Let's light it up.
That's what happens when a Dehya main comes in here.
True.
Got her. Fulfill our pact.
My Penny ER. We love it.
Let's light it up.
What is it?
It's enough, but also not enough. It's like right in between.
It's enough, but not enough.
Yeah, it's enough, but not enough. Oh, come on now. I hate those things.
I was going to say, this is the annoying thing. And you can Dehya skill here, too.
Buckle up.
I have to build Toma. But Toma is already built. That's the good part. Now I have to farm Crimson.
Playtime's over.
Okay, come on, show yourself, Burrito. You know that you're here.
Make way for the adept. You two. Time to end them. I'm going in. You asked
Oh fuck,
for it.
I forgot about
I was
that.
about to say, that's... Was that 900? No, okay. That was 95k, 107k.
Oh, come on! I forgot that Thea first does that. I thought it was D-Luke for a second. Your hate character.
My hated character, yep.
Oh.
Yep. I don't think I've ever seen this section of this boss.
Yeah, it's rather rare that it goes to that in the second.
That's crazy. I did not know.
Suffer the wrath of stray clouds converge.
Citlali gonna kill it.
400.
469. There you go.
Yeah. 67. 467k. Yeah, it definitely works if you aren't stupid like me and use her burst.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, that's not what we're supposed to do. Do you have C6 on your Dehya?
No. I
Okay.
don't. Oh, I do.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. I'm the
didn't
Dehya main, and I can't even get C6 Dehya.
I didn't even know. When did I C6'd her? Oh my god, yeah, the last loss was C6 Dehya. That was like on this pull, like when I pulled in Neffa, I lost to C6 Dehya. Forgot to text you that.
That's
yeah.
so messed up. I cannot win my C6
Okay,
Dehya.
to be fair though, it took me like the same amount of time. So, no, even longer. From release till like previous banner, it took me to get Mizuki. So
I haven't even gotten Mizuki yet. That's the standard
Yeah.
that I'm missing now.
Mizuki definitely top 2 standard banner characters in my opinion.
Yeah,
Number 1 Tenari,
that's what I was about to say.
number 3 is Jin.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I would probably agree with that. Dehya being, above all of them, but still, I would probably agree with,
yeah.
with all of that. I actually had somebody ask me if Dehya was good, and I was like, "You want the honest answer, or do you want the Dehya main answer?" They're like, "No, I
mean-
want the honest answer," and I was like, "Dehya
Can be good.
can
but
be good with a lot of investment, and she gets better with every constellation."
That is true. I say
I was like,
no standard banner character is bad. You can always use them, just it takes a lot of time and constellations for them.
and I was like, Jean is one of those where like Jean is kind of usable from the get go. So is Tainari.
She's the best standard banner
Yeah.
C0.
And I was like, Tainari, you get a ton of charge attack speed increase as you get constellations. I said, but Dehya, every constellation improves her.
That is true. That is true.
Except even like the increase in the level of the skill can still be good, but like increasing everything as you go is just
perfect.
fixes some of her ER issue. It makes it to where her skill lasts longer, and then you get the crit rate and crit rate buff on the C6. Like everything that you get for Dehya makes her better and better and better. And by the time you get C6, you have somebody that is like a non-standard 5-star character.
That is true. On the other side, I always say or tell people when a new standard banner character comes out, especially when Mizuki came out, for example, don't pull for Mizuki. You will get Mizuki eventually. Pull for her weapon. Yeah. That's the broken part about the character. Beacon of the Reed Sea, broken. Hunter's Path.
It's so
Hunter's Path is so
I'm getting that for Sethos.
It is so stupidly broken. And
on the Chronicle banner, I'm going for Hunter's Path. For
yeah,
Sethos.
that is definitely like if you want to go for something with a high value, go for the weapons, not the characters. Like you will get the characters anyway, and it will be less frustrating for you then.
Well, it's crazy to me too that Beacon is one of the best claymores on every single claymore character.
Yeah,
except for Kaveh. Because Kaveh, you just want full EM.
Yeah, that's true.
But outside of that, it is like everybody's
option.
second. It's everybody's second option. Or third best in slot option. That's a claymore user.
Like the only
and it's just crazy.
Whoever pays
those are like really only the standard banner weapons that aren't on standard banner that are that broken. I think the most broken one is Sunny Morning Sleep In, Mizuki's weapon, because the other person other than Mizuki that can use this is Sucrose. And what does C6 Sucrose do? Yes.
I have C. No, do I have C6 Sucrose? I don't think I have C6 Sucrose.
It shares C6 the elemental mastery with all party members based on the elemental mastery she has.
Wait, that's not inherently in her kit? I thought that her skill and her burst both did it inherently.
No, you get damage bonus, but you don't get EM share. EM share is at C6.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
Yeah.
Because Kazuha gives damage bonus share.
I'm pretty sure her C6. Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the other way around. Yeah.
And anyway, no matter then it's actually.
Yeah.
I haven't used Sucrose in such a long time, honestly. There it is.
Yep. I was like, wait a minute, that would make her do the same thing Kazuha does in base, but I was like, I'm pretty sure they're opposite.
But yeah, then we have 20% of Sucrose's elemental mastery with Sunny Morning Sleep In, which at
it's crazy.
R1 it gives so much elemental mastery. That is so much.
It shares so much EM over. Yeah. No, it's crazy. That weapon on Sucrose I think it's her best in slot.
It is her best in slot.
Yeah.
If not like sacrificial fragments for triple skill, but
yeah.
Really, who needs triple skill except Xiao mains that have constellations for him?
Yeah, like Doggy.
Or me.
Or you, yeah.
I got a random Xiao. But yeah. Oh.
It's crazy. I'll never pull for him, just to spite Doggy. I'll get every character but him, just to spite him.
Damn. But yeah, it's straight up forward. But going back to Shenhe, Shenhe is simple. She's simple. There's not much to. I think the worst thing you could do is running HP or something like that on her, and then asking, why is she not buffing as much?
Yeah.
That
You
is
just build as much attack as possible.
build as much
and-
attack as possible. If you want to balance the energy recharge, you do that. I don't care because I have Escoffier. Yeah. Run wild with Shenhe. Run wild with Shenhe.
Run wild with Shenhe. I will back
That's-
that statement.
That is... yeah.
All right, thanks
that's all.
Akio for explaining Shenhe to us and giving us a little bit of her niche too. You know, I feel like that's not something that I've ever talked about
Yeah.
in my videos because I don't have Shenhe. So it's really, really hard to kind of talk about her niche fills. So that's really
Yeah.
good talking to a top 100 Shenhe that
My
uses
people are
her
used to the
regularly,
life,
probably as often
but
as you can.
still,
I
hope
think
that
I use
one
her
day
every
they'll be
day
able to
by
find
now.
an
Yeah.
oasis of
And
their
that's
Yeah,
own
like for the
exactly.
and leave
past
Sam's
900
bones behind
days.
for a better life.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, she definitely is a deep staple of my existence. In the
She's your
internet.
favorite, isn't she?
Yeah, she's my favorite character, lore-wise, story-wise, also, like I have many characters that I really like from different nations, but she stayed up there on #1 for so long, I can't, like, just leave her there. She gets
Yeah.
many friends, though, recently. Baressa
Yeah.
or Seashween, and looks upon the normal people down and about. Yeah.
All right, everybody, go check out Akio's channels. I'm gonna put them down in the description. You have TikTok, you have YouTube. Do you do Instagram or anything like that? And you do Twitch.
I do Twitch, but Instagram is like once a millennium I post
Desert's a tough
something
act,
there
Barry.
from
That's
which
about
is
what I do
basically
too, so.
just a
What
which
you
basically
see
is just
what
a
you get.
reuse of
And whether
TikTok.
you
So
take on the challenge
Yeah.
it is.
entirely
All right,
up to
cool.
you.
yeah,
Everybody, go check those out. I'm gonna put them down in the link down below.
yeah.